Hello, everyone. Welcome to 108 Cast. That's what I'm going to call this podcast. Really original name. I'm here with some very special guests. We got PK Shellboy, Macne Slayer, Naoki, and Guga Glacier Baby from Fax Gang, one of the most interesting groups in underground music right now. How are y'all doing?
Doing good.
Good, yeah.
Pretty fine.
Almost 2:30 here.
Yeah, it's like you're all in different time zones. Yeah, actually, what time is it for you guys?
It's almost 3:30 for me, and
Yeah.
In the morning
Yes.
or in the afternoon?
no, in the afternoon.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah.
When I first worked out the time space review, I almost panicked because I accidentally entered it wrong. I was like, wait, this shit's gonna have me up at 4 a.m. and then I got it right.
yeah.
That would have scared me.
Yeah, it's like
7
6
a.m.
p.m.
over here.
where I am now, and it said like we said 11 initially, and I was like, oh, is it going to be like at 6 in the morning? But like
Yeah.
could get that. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, you're all from different parts of the world. Where are you guys from, actually, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm the only one I think from America. I'm from Washington,
Oh, okay.
and
I'm from.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm from Bergen in Norway.
I'm from the UK. Yeah, England.
And I am from Manila, National Capital Region of the Philippines.
Yeah, that's interesting. How did you guys kind of all like meet and form the group? What's the Fax Gang lore of how you guys all game together?
Actually, it reminds me, even though he's not here, Blacklight is from Australia.
Oh yeah,
And-
that's right. Yeah.
He came to mind because he's the way I sort of met. He's the way I sort of met Shellboy and everyone else here. Because me and him have collaborated on a couple things before, but eventually he hit me up and he's like, "Hey, me and just a couple other friends are working on something, and you've worked with me before, and I'm working on it. Do you want to get on?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he just invites me to the server, and then we just start cooking all of it up.
Yes. With I think with both of you, Macne Slayer and Naoki, I met you guys through the friends feature on RYM, or the recommended
Yeah, yeah.
users.
He sent me a PM and invited me to the server. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah, it's
Fucking Zoomer crazy shit.
Very
We were just
We all do this here.
together.
No, cause like we were in the server already, and you were like, oh, you wanted to create like a Filipino sad boys.
Yes. That was essentially the first pitch.
It kind of
Because
started as a
I'm not-
meme, and then yeah.
Another
Yeah.
one of my friends who is on the first single and then never really did anything with us again. He has a verse on the ancient first single, Hands Both Died. I remember we were at his place and we were both talking about cloud rap and sad boys and stuff like that. And there was we suddenly started thinking, what if we started a cloud rap group for shits and giggles that's like half ironic, half not?
Mhm.
And well, we started throwing around names that were like, okay, so it has to be some sort of collective name in the vein of boys, gang, clan, mob, because that's the thing.
Fax mob.
And then we started thinking about like 90s nostalgia and retrofuturism and shit like that, and then we settled on fax. So
I
that's
don't
how
even
it-
remember how fax machines came up. It was just there.
Yes. When I pitched it initially, we already had the name. Me and our friend, I think.
Yeah, but then it's like, it's like you're speaking facts. Like I think it works out because like people kind of say that nowadays.
Yep.
Yes, it's true.
Hmm.
That was exactly.
It's a
part
little
of why
meme people do
we
now. They
chose it.
spell it as facts.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
It's like, yo, they're spitting facts.
It's
They
the Fax
do
Gang.
spit in
Yeah,
facts,
it's the
though.
the Fax Gang. Yeah. So how does that kind of affect like the music making process? Like, do you kind of make a track and then like kind of send it back and forth, or like how does it work?
The process has usually been we'll throw around a few instrumentals and Shellboy and the others will all give or takes and we'll settle on one that we like the best. But as far as the sound goes, a lot of the stuff like comes the way it sounds.
Hmm.
Because there's a lot of people that think we change it a lot before there's a final version. Like they think there's like unhexed versions of it and everything. I guess I already talked about that before, but
You
I
know,
feel
like,
like it is worth bringing up.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
when I make a beat, I just put a bit crusher on the master from the start.
Fuck it up.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so you make it like with the crushed sound kind of just in mind, like throughout the
Yeah.
whole process.
Yeah.
And
I
that
do.
wasn't like that wasn't always sort of the sound too. It was like we kind of settled into that after just a couple songs after we all realized, wait, this is kind of actually just fucking sick.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting because it's like, there's the whole the hex thing is kind of like it's kind of a meme where it's just like, oh, I'm gonna make hex, Farrah Abraham or whatever, and there's like the
Yeah.
there's like the
It was
unhexed
a bizarre
version.
year for it
Mhm.
because like it was all I want to say it was like around the same time because that stuff dropped like early, like not early, it's dropped like late 2019 if I remember correctly, all the original Hex stuff, but
Right, yeah.
a lot of it was in such a cloud of the like same period of time and
Mhm.
is really hard to categorize.
Right,
That
yeah.
I feel like we got really swept up in a good way, but swept up nonetheless,
Yeah, yeah. So was it kind of just like coincidental that like you liked this sound and this also kind of just happened to become a thing around the time?
Pretty much. We weren't like betting on it going completely off.
Yeah, I mean,
On all
people were
fronts.
making like hex mixes on SoundCloud, but I don't think many people were really making like original hex stuff. I know 12, the Spirit Girls album came out like late 2019,
Hmm.
but I don't think that's really much of a like original stuff. I guess like
Yeah, I remember
Uh,
listening to Mo the Undying's Reptilian Club Boys stuff. Like it was all around that same time that we were making and
Mm.
dropping the first EP.
Hmm.
That he was uploading a lot of those original like Reptilian Club Boys mixes.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's like the like uncrushed version of the mixes, which is like, kind of cursed at this point. And there's not like there's not like unhexed.
I didn't even know that those like dropped until so long later. I'm like, wait, they got those?
Hmm.
They
But I was so happy with the hex version. I'm like, but why?
Just I don't know. Sometimes
Why
it sounds
would you
better.
need to do this?
It's like
Yeah.
like the
It's
That's
like-
how I felt when I figured out there were normal versions of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen comments on like the Fax Gang stuff on like RYM, Album of the Year, stuff like that that says like why isn't there an unhexed version of this?
Hmm.
I think it'd sound better without it when in reality we don't even really know how it sounds unhexed.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because like a lot of people like they'll compare it to like kind of other kind of more weirdly unclear produced genres and stuff like shoegaze and like even black metal. I've heard some people compare it to like super lo-fi black metal. Is there anything that you'd kind of like compare it to, or is it just you think it's kind of a new thing?
The shoegaze comparisons is pretty apt. I've never heard the black metal one before.
Yeah, I think I got a few
Same.
comments when I made the video about it, saying it kind of reminds people of that. But I don't think a lot of people have really thought that.
I think shoegaze might be an easier route to follow because it's got a lot of the pop influence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do
I
like a
agree
lot
with
of
the
the
shoegaze one.
You like a lot of like black metal aesthetic and sort of rough, homemade feel it has
Right.
to it as well. But I like to
Mm.
try and kind of implement that.
Mm.
I think it's a really interesting means. Well, I'm not sure if it would. I'm trying to think like it's a really interesting take for me and my like I'm thinking like it's a really interesting take on like DIY.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, and kind of making things like sound
Mhm.
DIY kind of more deliberately.
Right.
Mm. Yeah. Are there any artists kind of in this sound or otherwise that you could kind of see doing a collaboration with at some point? Because I know you've kind of done some collaborations. I know PK Showboy just did a song with Aerogross M, if I remember correctly, and done like AOLs on the album. But is there anyone else that you could kind of see getting collaborated with?
I really want to collab with Yabujin,
Oh
but
yeah,
I don't know if that'll happen. He seems like quite a cryptic
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
little harder to
Quite
reach.
hard to get a
He
hand
seems
of.
difficult to get a
Hold up.
hold of.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I think he's like the best in the scene.
Hmm.
He's like crazy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah,
I like Moksha Drip. That could
Yeah,
definitely
Moksha
happen.
Drips.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
saw. I think I saw on
Mm.
Twitter. You guys were kind of talking about it
Yeah,
a little bit on the.
you should.
Moksha Drip, I should
Everyone should listen
definitely
to.
contact sometime soon. Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone should listen to the Unimon Superstar. That's a really good album.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Personally, I would love to collaborate with crap. Who was I thinking of? Well, I'm not sure if I can say this yet, so
oh,
if,
is it the FXWW thing that you kind of
yeah,
brought up at Banger Fest?
FXWW. Yeah, I'm currently working on a song with Black Winter Wells.
Ooh.
So
Yes. So I wanted to talk about, but was like, I'm not sure. Thank you.
yeah.
That had me really excited, for sure. And Yabujin's a big one,
Mhm.
but the Winter Wells shit, like, it's got me a little hype. I think that would be a fucking sick collab if it pulls through.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I didn't know if you were gonna just disclose that information because I saw you brought it up at Banger Fest. You know, shout out to Banger
Yeah.
Fest. Banger Fest was pretty awesome.
Yes,
Shout
absolutely.
out. I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah, it's still going
Oh,
on.
good. It's actually going on right now.
Yeah, it's
right?
going
Oh,
on literally as we are speaking. And
As
I
we
think it's
talk.
going
Oh yeah,
on
that's
next
right.
weekend.
It is.
So depending
Day 2
on
is
when
going
this
on
goes up.
right fucking now.
Thanks.
Yeah. Do you have any like dream collaborations with like any artist ever?
Viper.
Man.
Dropping a bombshell.
Viper
of a
would be
question.
hilarious, but also mad sus.
Jackie Y.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That would be epic. Fax Gang
That would
Jackie
be
Y.
absolutely incredible.
I want to make a beat for Duke Deuce so bad. That's out of nowhere. He's killing Memphis right now, but that is probably like for some reason the top of my list. For the past year, he's just been like one of my biggest fucking motivations. He's one of the best out there right now.
Interesting pick.
Duke Deuce ever fucking talks to me, I'll cry. Like, we're talking like dreams here, so I'm just thinking like if Pierre Bourne ever talks to me, I'll be in tears.
Yeah.
I mean,
That would
yeah,
be
for
a
me,
dream
literally
collab.
anyone from Drain Gang, especially Echo. If I could
Easy.
ever talk to Echo, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Lil Ugly Mane. That's
Yo.
a dream.
Little Ugly Mane would be awesome to just meet. I want to smoke with him.
Yes,
Oh, same.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we really need an Echo Fax Gang song. So yeah, you've released the new album Aethernet on the No Agreements kind of label collective thing. What's it been like working with them?
It's been great. They've been really helpful since we've signed up with them.
Yeah,
Yes,
they kind of.
I love the way that the collective has been growing and shaping out, and almost everyone in there is an angel. So
Yes.
Yeah, everyone in
Everyone
there's
in
really
there
cool.
is a great lad.
yeah, there has literally been nobody in the collective that I've like, you know, disliked.
You disliked.
Everyone's really really cool. So, and I mean, being in the Discord server for No Agreements, it's basically like half a shitpost group.
Mhm.
So, you know.
Yeah, I haven't heard as much from the collective as I probably should. I think I only heard that Material Girl album from last year, which is pretty awesome. But yeah,
Yes.
We've got some amazing people on board, for sure. It's worth listening to what we have to offer.
yeah. See it. Did
One
you
of my
see it?
favorite things from the collective recently is definitely Prismadoll's quotation marks EP and quotation marks, because it's like 40 minutes long. That's a really interesting take on vaporwave with lots of AOR samples,
Mhm.
and it's like, yeah, it's just really good plunderphonics. So yeah.
Yeah, and that also actually reminds me. So when you're making like beats for Fax Gangs, I know all you kind of have your own solo stuff too. But when you make stuff like for Fax Gang, do you ever use like a lot of samples, or is it just all kind of like, you know, own stuff?
It depends.
Yeah, it
Probably like half.
depends.
Like, it's Sumo is sampled, but Mirror isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah.
Oh, and it's built around a sample, a Vocaloid song, a Vocaloid trance type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I've heard more sample stuff and kind of the solo stuff, like on the Glacier Valley Girls album.
Yeah, I was really on the first tape of mine. I was doing a lot. I ended up doing a lot of just like remixing and editing and sampling of other material. I didn't expect to be like the first few tracks I worked on it were like super synth heavy, but I ended up using like a majority samples to like sampled material to like finish that album. And on Ethernet, like it's like one of my beats is sampled and one of my beats isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because Extant was just some synth patches, but Shotgun was like a pop and music track.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the time I'll have a sample as kind of like the base, and then I'll put a lot of synths on top of it. Yeah, I do that quite a lot.
Yeah, kind of reshaping it, giving it more oomph.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
I think there's a lot of stuff you can do, a lot of cool stuff you can do with sampling, especially with vocals, chopping up vocals, creating new things from it, new melodies and stuff. I like to experiment a lot with them, similar to like something like Clams Casino or Friendzone would do. I like that style a lot.
Yeah. So I guess kind of with that in mind, what direction do you kind of see the group's sound kind of going in on future releases? Do you think you could like, I don't know, do you think you'll change it up significantly? I mean, maybe not significantly, but just like have anything in mind?
I don't really know.
Yeah, right now we're just in sort of an exploratory stage, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were never like, oh, Ethernet, we're gonna make it darker, or like we're gonna go in this specific direction. It just kind of happened, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you should be feeling it.
Yeah.
I guess one thing that I want to do personally is like really hone in on some more pop songwriting and like cut down track length while still keeping the sort of weird song structures that we've already been toying around with, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to do something more in a bit of a more pop inspired. Definitely something similar to like something inspired by like more J-pop or K-pop or
Right.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that actually.
I was thinking definitely it really is just more a lot of feeling that goes into it. I think the biggest direction is that we're probably just gonna make much more articulate things than we already are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I
I
was
think
even
the
reading your rate your music interview, which I think I've probably brought that up at this point. I'll link that in the description because it's pretty informative. Like a lot of your like influences and kind of the music that you like and stuff is kind of more along the poppier lines and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm.
and it's interesting to kind of
Well-
hear that in your music.
Yeah, I mean, I have lots of like hip hop influences too, but it's I don't know, it's kind of more interesting to talk about, more influences. But I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
most of what I listen to is like cloud rap mostly. I don't know.
Yeah.
recently I've been listening to a lot of K-pop, J-pop, power pop.
Mhm.
If I want guitar music, so
Mhm.
like a lot of my songwriting influence, especially from around the Ethernet era, actually comes from like what's this? Yeah, power pop shit like Jeff Rosenstock, even a slight bit of Weezer, hopefully no Pinkerton. um, yeah, stuff like that. And then of course the J-pop influences, particularly with like My Son Book Girl, some stuff like that. Yeah, alternative idol, J-pop stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the
Comes to
a lot. Oh, sorry, you're cutting up a little bit. So
writing and shit like that. Go ahead.
sorry, you were just cutting up for a second.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good now.
You're good now. Yeah.
What I was gonna say, like a lot of my stuff for the group and like a lot of my beats in general, I think the root of it for me, it has to be like the like 2008 to like 2012 sort of era of rap, like especially like around the West Coast or like down south, like those two specific areas and what they were doing around that time were just absolutely amazing. Like you had a lot of the stuff from the West Coast, from California around then was like with the rise of like jerkin dancing
Mhm.
and like jerk crews and stuff. So there was all this music on YouTube that was made specifically for this, and like no one else really gave it its time. And I've spent like a lot of time around like the Ethernet era, like listening to a lot of that from like 2009 and going back on that. And also, I said in the interview too, but also I think like my biggest inspiration for beats for the past year has had to be Speaker Knockers.
Mhm.
Hell
The dude was like he was a tailor. It was unbelievable how good he was at his craft. R.I.P. to the big man.
Yeah.
But if you haven't heard "Married to the Money" or "Finesse Father" yet, that's essential.
I'm
I've heard
embarrassed. I
quite a
haven't
few
heard it.
songs already personally, but like I need to listen to a full project for sure.
Yep.
What about you, Naoki? Got
Mm.
musical kind of influences?
I feel like I take influences from really all over the place. I do like a lot of that early 2010s, late 2000s cloud rap. Like I said, with like Lil B and Friendzone and those kind of guys. But yeah, I don't know. I like to listen to all sorts of different music, and I feel like there's cool ideas to get from really all over the place. And like I said, shoegaze and black metal, as people are pointing out. I like to
Mhm.
take inspiration from that as well. Try to bring it into a more of a hip
Lil
hop
B,
and pop
Lil B,
format.
100%. But I feel like he goes without saying for most things that are happening nowadays.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That man
right.
was
He's
a
an influence
prophet.
on literally everyone, so
The man's a prophet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love Lil B.
To ever on, I want to say one thing about Lil B. If you're ever bored, look up the 855 song mixtape. All of it is on YouTube. Just start listening to random songs from it, and you'll realize how important he really is.
Dude, I think I recently.
That's what I've been doing for the past like 3 months, and like there's an insane amount of gold in those.
Yeah, you're right. It is all on YouTube. That's fucking crazy.
It's split into volumes and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's worth
101.
pointing out.
101 songs per volume. Are these all based freestyles?
Yeah, it's all his based freestyles.
Oh my
A
god.
lot of them from his MySpace, a lot of them that he made just for that.
And it's alphabetical. Oh.
Oh yeah, every album is like in the point of the alphabet where the mixtape leaves off. Free Music, the MySpace collection, is also on there in volumes, and that's like a whole different thing. Lil B has to, I feel like he has to be the most important artist for the internet.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I think
Easily.
I recently came to the conclusion that he's the best rapper of the 2010s.
There's like more than a reasonable case for that.
Yeah.
And that's why I
Sure.
love him.
Like I
Yeah.
don't think I've heard a Lil B song that I didn't love. Because he's just so fun
It's
to listen
true.
to, and I love his personality. Just kind of how he's just kind of making music, you know, just putting it all out there on the internet.
Absolutely. And not being afraid to be a complete weirdo.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. And kind of like, you know, working all the meme aspect and everything kind of into his music so seamlessly, but in a way that's still like enjoyable.
Yeah. And the way that doesn't feel inauthentic or anything.
Right?
like that.
Yeah, like that's just him, you know. So
Thank you,
yeah,
Based
pretty. You seem to have a pretty eclectic range of influences, which is pretty interesting. I know PK Shovel, you actually did some covers. You did a cover of AJJ's "Distance" and
Yes.
like a Jeff Rosenstock song, and I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting kind of take on like the sound. You know, speaking of solo stuff, do you guys kind of have like solo project ambitions, kind of outside of Fax Gang? And do you think that Fax Gang has kind of helped you kind of think about them?
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
do that. Plan on putting out some solo stuff soon. I'm trying to work on a new album now. Which will probably be out in a few months. So yeah.
Awesome.
I've been planning to start work on a solo tape sometime soon. I want to make it like the Smash Bros of my music circles, like the Smash Bros Ultimate of my music circles, just collaborate with literally everyone.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
You can expect a lot of people from No Agreements on there. You can expect AOL and the crew, Dial Up Militia, those guys.
Moksha Drip?
That perhaps would go on a fax release, I think. If
Oh,
you guys
good point.
are, if any of you guys are down to like work with them on a beat, then I will gladly work with Moksha Drip.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it, hello? Yeah, wait. Is
Yeah,
this...
I guess I don't really have that much solo. I don't know. I've made some stuff with one of my friends. That's kind of it. But it's kind of similar hex kind of stuff, I guess.
Mhm.
But I mean, when the origin of Magne Slayer is because I started this alias, so I was making PC music, K-pop mixes on SoundCloud,
Mhm.
and then I just decided to keep the dumb fucking name.
No, I like the name a lot, actually.
Yeah,
I think
well,
I think it's sick.
I stole it from Egyo Killer, who makes like chopped and screw tapes of K-pop. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of lost. I don't know. Just kind of stopped making those, but
Mhm.
Egyo Killer's like the highlights of Egyo Killer's discog are definitely amazing. Like the
Hmm.
what's coming to mind first? The Bad Boy remix, Red Velvet. That shit is
I really like
incredible.
the album Creepy Black or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's like K-pop vapor trap. It's fucking sick. Yeah, That's a really good album.
Yeah, I had that on cassette. Really good.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah, shouts to him.
I think
Shout out
all
to
your
DJ.
names are pretty cool. Actually, what's the origin behind your names, your artist names?
That's a good question. I'm not sure where Glacier Baby came from.
What about
For
what about
me-
PK Shellboy?
Well, I was tossing around some what's this names to do with like just having a prefix and then something and then boy.
Mm-hmm.
I am hesitant to say what PK means. I guess I guess for now I'll just say it means piss kid. So,
Okay.
Yes. Every time somebody does an interview, I am going to say a different thing for what PK stands for.
Awesome.
This is a genius bit. I can't wait for this.
Let's say that for now it's Pringles can. Let's go.
Pringles can with a fucking K.
Yes, Pringles can with a K.
Yes.
I thought it might have been like Super Smash
I
Bros,
thought
like
it was-
PK
I always thought it
Fire.
was Earthbound. Yeah.
That's not wrong.
I think someone else has said that, and you were like, you know what? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Maybe is it? Who knows?
Okay, Shellboy is Ness.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Naoki? Do you have an interesting name or story behind the name?
I don't know. When I was around 14, I wanted a sort of Japanese-sounding name that I could use online as my online name. It's the Japanese name Naoki, but with an I in the middle because I thought it sounded a bit better and it would make it more unique, stand out a bit more.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Think of all things, I picked
Yeah.
Glacier Baby because I'm a winter baby.
Oh yeah, it's a cool
November
name.
kids rise up.
I like your audio watermark.
A lot of
best
people are
DJ tag in
fans
the
of
game.
the tag.
So have you ever thought about kind of like doing any like live performances? I know because of like the pandemic and everything, it's kind of impossible. But do you think that could ever like happen at some point?
I know
We've
that.
thought about it for sure.
Yeah. I know that as soon as stuff starts to get a bit more possible over here in Manila, at least, I'm going to try to get some gigs and then have one of my friends DJ for me. I've been preparing versions of some tracks actually already for live performance. But of course, for now, that's only something I can do in Manila.
Right.
So there have been whisperings of eventually a no agreements tour somewhere in the US,
Ooh.
but that's probably far future.
Right.
So,
I guess I'll end this with the question that Nardwar always asks: why should people care about Fax Gang?
That's a great question.
that is indeed a great question. People should care about Fax Gang.
Why would you
because-
care about T-Pain? That's why you
Yeah.
care about us.
Because he's awesome.
Exactly. Why would you care about having good hearing when you can listen to Fax Gang?
Right? Yeah, when you can listen to Uncrushed Fax Gang.
Yes.
Oh,
All right. Well, thank you all for coming on.
thank you.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I think I
It was
got
fun,
everything.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
you guys haven't done like a lot of Discord calls or anything, right?
Yes.
We honestly haven't.
I think
Yeah, I
it's
saw that
It's
in
a
the
time
interview.
zone thing to be mostly honest with you. Is what it cracks down to.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find times to actually get together.
Yeah, because of all the time
Uh,
zone differences.
Absolutely.
I guess we're all just quite introverted as well.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
That
also
is
Yeah.
true as well.
the
I mean, yeah, that's probably a pretty common thing, with kind of all this internet stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just finding,
Anyway.
people on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned
Anyway,
like
thank
rate
you
your
for
music.
having us for sure.
Because I was thinking it was almost kind of like a Brockhampton type thing where I think they all met on like a Kanye forum.
Yeah, they all met on KTT, Kanye to
Yeah.
the like. I think Kevin Abstract literally just posted what's this, a thread saying, "Hey, who wants to make a boy band rap group?" And then some
Yeah.
people replied, and then that's what ended up being Brockhampton.
Yeah. But you know, maybe
It's
you'll be
like
the best boy band since
Blacklight.
Brockhampton.
The radio
Blacklight
music
asked
equivalent.
us
Yes,
who wants to start a rap boy band, except we did it right.
Yeah.
that's true.
Sorry, I had to dunk on Brockhampton for like 5 seconds there.
Damn, don't dunk on Brockhampton. I like Brockhampton. Come on, man.
I like them in
I
2017.
forgot about this
but
actually, but before I did Fax Gang, me and Blacklight did a project together with another friend of ours called Poop Boys.
Poop Boys?
Yes, I
Let me find
Remember
Poop
that.
Boys.
Poop
'Cause
Boy
it's not
Shit
even-
Gang.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's
I'm
a
actually
classic.
still recording this right now, just letting you guys know.
Fuck, we can't let
Okay.
them know.
Can't let them know
You
about
didn't hear
PBSG.
You didn't hear anything about any PBSG organization. And you're gonna deny any questions anyone asked you about it.
All right,
Yes.
I can edit it out if it makes you feel better. Yeah, I don't have a fancy intro yet or outro yet. So GG.
GG.
GG,
Easy.
that's how I'll end it.
Thank you again for having us,
Thank
Mr.
you.
108 Mike.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you.